What is good, everyone? We are here for week 6 of the VDL, I think. Yeah, week 6. We're playing against that common boy. They didn't bring their Terra Kilowattrel, which is insane. Obviously, I didn't bring my Terra Cap either, but no Terra Kilowattrel is crazy. That thing smoked my team. Well, looking at their squad, I smoke with Boulder as soon as there's any sort of damage on Great Tusk. Like, I just need a little bit of damage, and even then, I don't know if I need that much because I have Zen Headbutts. So, I mean, if they're offensive, a +2 will just smoke them. We're going to see hazards from their side. I think that's definitely a likelihood. I can spin it away with Drop Ghost, but I don't want to have to do that, obviously. So Palafin's a free lead. If I want, I think Empoleon probably comes out from their side, and I can flip turn. I can also just lead with Sneasel and put on offensive pressure if it's anything else. But I think we'll lead Palafin just to be a little bit safe here. And then we might even just go like hard Gouging, because it's not nearly as good in this game, because we were just like max Spadef. We just still have enough defense to take on any one hit from the Great Tusk, and Draco Meteor is really strong into it. As we see Latias start, that's fine. Latias on lead is totally okay with me. I'm gonna go hard out to my Sneasel. I really wish I led with it, but this is okay. We're just gonna go hard out to Sneasel. I think we might want to see a trick here. We might see that from them. We might just see them attack me. We might see a Draco. We can get a kind of glimpse on if this thing is going to be offensive or not. But I'm Focus Sash, so no matter what, I should be okay. And this thing doesn't get flip turn like Latios, so we don't have to worry about that as much. If they're max Fizdef with like that weakness policy set, we never OHKO with triple Axle. But we put them pretty close into Palafin range, I think. Yeah, it's a roll to put them into Palafin Jet Punch range. So yeah, I mean, we should be okay, I think. It's still scary for sure. And that would be contingent on hitting 3 Axles as well. So let's see what they go for here. I definitely could see Draco if they're just going to be offensive, as they Calm Mind up. Okay, this is fine because I think I just knock you. No, I think I have to Axle for Ice Shard to always kill afterwards. I just have to hit 3 Axles, and I might lose if I don't, but I still have Drop Ghost, who's max Spadef, so I should be fine. They are going to withdraw, which is good. Probably Empo comes out, and if they're Rocky Helmet, it's annoying. It's in Greninja. That's kind of crazy to me. Yeah, they're definitely not Helmet on this guy. Low Kick does a ton to this guy. I could also just knock off. We always live any one hit from this guy. They could be spikes. Man, giving me Gren early is weird. Man, I do kind of want to keep the Sash intact on this guy, if I'm not gonna lie. I kind of want to go out to Gouging, so I think I'm gonna make that play here. I think I'm gonna play a little bit safe. They should not even like 3-hit KO me with a Life Orb, Surf, or Dark Pulse. As they Brick Break. Okay, beautiful. And they are Protean. Brick Break does just about nothing. And I think I'm just going to drop a Draco on this turn. They brought me down to 333. So 397 minus 333 was 397. 64 damage with Brick Break. Greninja. Show me a physical set in here. Brick Break. I mean, they're definitely going to be probably max attack. Yeah, they might even be adamants or some boosting, something like that. I'm just going to drop a Draco because I feel like it makes a lot of sense for them to go out to Great Tusk here. And this is just heat. We see Dirge come out. That's fine as well. As we do land the Draco Meteor. And it does, you know, actual solid damage for sure. They're probably like, what is this guy smoking right now? I'm not smoking anything. It's just a fun set. I will, like, I could Draco again because this guy's gonna be unaware. Let's see, based on that damage, it looks like they're Fizz Def. We did 25, 30, 35, a little bit more than 35. So I think you're just maxed Fizz Def. Yeah, so actually Draco Meteor does more here. So I'm gonna pop one more. Because they might want to double out to Latias on Earthquake. They could swap around if they want. I feel very safe in this scenario anyways. They really don't want to take the Earthquake here because they don't know that I don't have physical attack investment, right? They don't know that. We're gonna drop the Draco. They are unaware, which makes sense. Do we just see them slack off? We do. Which is fine with me. Yeah, they're healing off more than I do, but I still keep the pressure on them. I think I'm just going to Earthquake on this turn. Just kind of stay in. Torch Song does nothing to me. They might have Earth Power on the set, which also really doesn't do very much, as they are Shucka, so we pop the Shucka. That's nice. Nice to get that popped. And they're going to roar me out. So beautiful. This ended up great for me. The only thing bad would be like a boulder coming out here. We do bring out Terapagos, which is not the end of the world at all. Earth Power is actually solid damage. Like, it's actually very solid damage versus this guy. Or I could just straight up Toxic them. Earth Power is very, very free, though. So I'm going to click it. They do withdraw, which is fine. Maybe we see Empo come out. It's going to be Fez, so this thing's going to take some good damage. Yeah, they take some solid damage. It's not going to do very much. Less than 24, so it looks like probably max Bedef on this guy. And I would be very surprised to see anything besides just like Toxic Chain, trying to get a Toxic off on me here. I don't have a great answer. I could go Gouging, and Gouging puts the pressure on them. But they can make the Latias play, and it's just annoying. They could also just U-turn here and be annoying to me. I think... I kind of want to stay in, but it's nice to keep my Terapagos around. I'll go Thunderous on this turn. It would be very annoying to get poisoned here. But we threaten them with Psychic and Taunt so they can't heal themselves up, or just U-turning around. As they Poison Jab, it's going to do a lot. Yeah. And they do get the poison, which is unfortunate. Poison Jab. They did 111. Which is on par for no attack. So I can Psychic, I can Discharge, I could Taunt here. I think I will Psychic once, because if they let me get damage on this thing, then it can never switch in, really, onto Terapagos. It definitely can never switch in on Terapagos if they let me get damage. Because even Max Bedef is taking 30 to 37, 31 to 37 from this. So I like that. If they want to swap out, save it for something else, that's fine with me as well. I am pretty bulky, so I might be able to live some hits from some other stuff on their team. As they do let me get damage, that's huge. That is huge. Nice. As we get a big crit. So I'd love to see that. They're going to Roost. I think I'm going to Taunt on this turn. It covers for them going out to Latios, or Latias. Which is mostly why I'm doing it. And obviously, if they want to Roost here, then it, works for that as well. We should not die to Poison Jab plus Poison most of the time here. And we're just going to keep this thing low. I'm going to Discharge the next turn. Yep, they try to Roost. I'm going to Discharge and try to catch something. But also the damage on this and a Para on this would be really nice. But we're just expending our Thunderous early game, which is fine with me. Palafin is activated, which looks really, really strong in this game. Which is what I'm happy about. And then Sneasel also looks just insane. Especially because it does not seem like Empoleon is a good swap. Because I think we're going to see Latios come out, or Latias come out. Yep. Latias does come out. And we get the discharge. Please give me a para. That'd be huge. Not quite. And, you know, honestly, I would love to click U-turn here. I just cannot. So we're going to taunt, see if they're slow, which I think they should be. Nope, they're not. They're fast, and they're just going to Draco us. So we're going to be, honestly, in a position where I could just go hard out to Boulder, right? I could go hard Boulder and click Swords Dance and be in an amazing spot versus them if I want. I can also go hard Sneasler or Sneasel. Am I going to have an opportunity like this for Boulder ever again? Maybe not. I'm just a little bit worried when it comes to that Great Tusk. I'm going to do it just because I'm faster than everything on their team anyways. So we're going to go into this. They also might be Choice Scarfed on something. Not this. And probably not Gren. I guess they could be. But, like, SD here is just so free. SD with Boulder absolutely destroys their team. So I feel confident about this. Obviously, we're down one Pokemon, but we get the free setup opportunity. Hi, honey. Okay, they withdraw their Latias. What are we going to see? It's just Empoleon. So this thing could be annoying with, like, Jet and stuff. Empoleon. Let me see fully Fizdef versus +2. Bold, I guess. Bold. +2 EQ. I actually might not even knock them out. They don't knock me out afterwards if they're this defensive. So I do just EQ. They're not Shucka, so they might die. As they just barely live, unfortunately. And they're going to roar me out, which is okay. I stay at 100% HP. We completely break that Empoleon. And I still feel really solid because Palafin now looks great. Sneasel does end up coming out on the swap here, which is okay. Because the low kick is very free here. I could also triple Axel. I mean, knock is also just super free. I think they should sack this Empoleon. Because if they go Gren, then low kick is the play, though. They also could feel alright going out to Skeleturge because they don't have an item anymore. So I will just go for knock, as they do give it up to me. And it doesn't seem like they're helmets, right? Yeah. They do have a Choppleberry on there. Okay. That makes sense. We didn't bring CC, though. Just went for Earthquake. So if we got the roll there, it would have been so nice for me. Because looking at max Fizdef Empoleon with my booster speed, it was like a 20% chance to OHKO, which I'm not mad that we didn't get, but it would have been nice for sure. But now we have free reign versus something. Like, we just get free hits off. They can't go Latias. They can't go, honestly, they can't really go out to anything without taking a big hit here. Maybe they want to go Gren. They go Great Tusk. Wow. Now, this Great Tusk versus my Sneasel, they're taking a 1,000,000,000% from this triple Axle, and I always live because I'm Focus Sash. They're Scarfed. We do live, but they're -1, so that now they should just straight up die. That Focus Sash coming in clutch for me there. Just hit my Axles. 1, 2, come on. Boom, we hit 3 and Great Tusk is gone. Let's go. I figured that thing might want to be Choice Scarf in this game. It works out perfectly for me there. And we know that Gren is Protean, so we don't have to worry about Battle Bond. Latias, if it comes out, we just hit. Gren does come out here. And they get a free hit of whatever they want. I can really freely just go Gouging Fire, though, I think, in this scenario. If they want to double out to Latias, that's a crazy play, but they could do it. I definitely could freely Ice Shard here. Maybe if they're full Fizdef, they do just make the Latias play, though. Nope, they're just going to Dark Pulse, so they're mixed. Mixed is interesting, as, yeah, they do not do that much to me. And I think I just EQ them here. EQ seems incredibly free. They can try to hit me again if they want, but wow, does my Iron Boulder just completely smoke their team now. I probably need some damage on Latias, but Latias probably can't do anything back to me. I really don't think they can. And even if they can, we have a Sneasel in the back. They are going to withdraw, so hopefully we see something like Fez come out here. We see Dirge. Yeah, this thing, I don't know if it can really take all this damage. It's looking like a roll. Skeledirge, if they're fully physical versus my Gouging Fire here, it looks like Earthquake always knocks them out from this range. No, Earthquake does not always knock them out, but Draco Meteor always does. And they might recognize that and swap out to Fez here. If they do, it's a good play. I'm just going to drop the Draco. And Draco Meteor Gouging Fire gets the KO. That's insane. I love that prep for me. I saw it. What did I see it in? Some like DCL watch party. I think Addison was talking about it or something. Someone on their team brought it. And I was like, it looks perfect in this game because Great Tusk is always going to want to swap in on me. If they do go Latias here, yeah, this Pokemon's a threat still. This Pokemon's for sure a threat. What do we do? I think I just go Terapagos, and I'm going to click Toxic. And then I can go Gouging Fire, I can Protect, I can get the Ice Shard off with my Sneasel. I should be okay. Even if they're sub, I think I should be okay. As they are going to Draco, they do hit the Terra Shell, so they don't just miss. I want to calc that damage. Terapagos versus Latias. Latias, Draco Meteor. Draco Meteor did just under 70, 60 something. Looks like they actually have quite a bit of investment. They might just be max investment. Okay, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to Toxic on this turn. They do just Calm Mind, so I get the play right, which is great for me. I also could have gone Sneasel there, but this works out for me. Because we do land. Nice. That's the important part, because not landing there would have been really nasty. It looks like they're probably just like max speed, max... Oh, maybe they're Soldew and no investment. They could be Soldew. I have to remember that. Yeah, that definitely could be Soldew damage. Let's see. Soldew or just max Spatak. Okay, Soldew +1/+1 at this point. Alright. No Terra Shell is intact. I mean, they're they're not at +1. They're at -1. So it's basically a free hit here. I really like the Earth Power on Pheasantipity coming in. I don't think there's really a big drawback to this play. So I'm going to go for it. They do just stay in Draco. That's fine. They're not going to do anything. Now they're -3. Yeah, I mean, I know you're Levitate. I just want to catch that Pheasantipity because that is the scariest Pokemon for my team at this point. I think Palafin really just cleans at this point, though. Jet Punch versus Gren is really strong. I mean, let me just Terra Starstorm. I could also Rapid Spin first. I'm a Terra Starstorm, though. We're going to get the damage. If they do end up staying in this turn, that's fine. I'm not going to do anything to this guy. I'm also not going to do anything to a Fez. As they do recover. Okay. So they recover, which is no big deal for me. We're going to get like 20-ish% off here. Yeah, that's solid. But the Toxic is really starting to ramp up on them now. I think this turn is another Earth Power click from me. Just trying to catch the Fez. They do have Mist Ball as that last move. And they crit me, which is actually huge. Get a special attack drop on me as well. Yeah, that is actually pretty big for them, I think. I'm just going to rapid spin on this turn, get a little bit of speed, just because it's funny. I'll show off my set. I think I should be fine against Fez because I have the Palafin activated. So I should be fine. They do withdraw on this turn, which seems pretty safe for them, I think. Yep, they do go out to the Fez. Fez and Dippity. This thing's max Spadef versus -1 Terapagos. I mean, like, I could Earth Power them if I want. Fish for the drops, which seems fine. Or I could go Boulder. Honestly, hard Boulder sounds kind of fun here. And Zen Headbutt is just super free. Yeah, we'll go hard Boulder. The only thing that punishes me here is like a U-turn. And even then, I should be totally good. I should be chilling no matter what still. As they do U-turn, so they do catch me there. If they go out to Gren... If they go out to Gren, it should just be an easy swap out into... Man, I'm not throwing here, right? Maybe going Boulder there was a little bit of a throw, because if there's Scarf Gren here, it can be scary. Obviously, if they don't go Gren here, then it's no big deal. They do go Gren. This thing is Scarf, or potentially Scarf. They're Protean, which does feel like it could be Scarfed. Hydro Pump versus my Boulder definitely knocks me out. What's the play? Because it could just be Gouging, but then they can go out to Latias. We'll still make the Gouging play. I just want to be a little bit afraid of this guy. Might as well play it safe. Did you see a Dark Pulse? That definitely would have killed me. As they're going to do a 1,000,000,000% to my Gouging Fire. But I can freely Draco this turn, I think. I think Draco Meteor does plenty to this guy to put it into range, and also they can't go out to Latias. Yeah, hopefully we don't get flinched here. We don't. We're going to get off a Draco. They do live on a Sliver, unfortunately for us. But that just means I go Palafin. It really just means I go Palafin. I could even go hard out to Palafin right now. In my hero form. Dark Pulse. Is that the right play? I think I'll preserve HP. I'll Burning Bulwark just in case they decide to show that they're not Scarfed. And go for a physical attack into me and get burned and die. As they just Dark Pulse again. Do I want to keep this Pokemon around? Do I need to? I definitely do not need to. Is it nice? It does a little bit better than Terapagos in this endgame, I think. So I will just sack off the Terap. And just because I think this handles the Pheasantipity a lot better. Being able to click Earthquake into it. Obviously more weak into Lottie. But Lottie can't do too much into my team anyways. So we're going to sack the Terap. I could also Ice Shard them. But I'm going to go Palafin, and we're just going to Jet Punch. Nothing beats a Jet Punch Holiday. And this game got definitely scarier. Like, it's not over for sure. But it's not nearly as scary as it once was. Because Latias is toxic. They're also decently low, if I remember correctly. I think they're like 50-ish%. Honestly, Hero Palafin might just 2-KO them with Jet Punch. Latias. Like, Soldu Latias with Draco Meteor. I want to make sure that I don't die to a crit, which I can. So I'm going to have to worry about that. I have to keep my Palafin alive. Palafin beats the other 2 Pokemon on their team. They are just going to go Latias, I think. Which is okay. Yep, they do go Lottie. Ooh, I think they do die. Yeah, they super die. Okay. Yeah, Palafin just wins at this point. Latias lives on a Sliver. We just Jet Punch one more time. When Pheasantipity comes out, we know they're not Scarfed. Pheasantipity. And they're max Spadef. So, Wave Crash, depending on their HP, will just like straight up knock them out. They need to be 85% or lower, and then we always do. They're easily below that threshold, So we just wave crash here, pick up the KO with Palafin. Let's go Palafin, Mystic Water being the GOAT there. And then we'll just Jet Punch the Gren and we'll get a nice 4-0 victory, which will move us to 4-2. I think that'll be +5, which is all right. I definitely need to do better in the next coming weeks. I know I'm saying that with a 4-0 victory here, but I would like to do better in the coming weeks because the better we are doing, the better teams that we're going to be facing. So it's going to be a tough time. We've already lost to 2 teams that are above me. So who knows what's going to happen when I face other teams that are that high. But yeah, we take a win. So a win's a win, and potentially getting us into the playoffs with 4 wins. Definitely would like to get 1 more. 5 should lock us in, I think, probably, if it's a regular 8-week season, which I think it should be. But yeah, I hope you guys do enjoy the draft content. If you do, please be sure to leave a like and subscribe. And that's it for me. I'll see you guys in next week. Peace out.